Hello, traders, and welcome to the Market Open Preview, Wednesday, middle of our trading week, August 24th, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you from Thailand. Cloudy skies, cool weather. Looks like it's going to be a great day. Won't be baking in the heat today. All right, traders, this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com. Today's got a lot to talk about. Chart's pretty slow, I would say. We can definitely tell we're in summertime. Today's, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement. And, well, traders, I'm in my 9th year and I'm still here. So, yeah, Asia is it. It's a great place to be. Nice thing about it is time zone. I can trade all 3 sessions and still get a good night's sleep, right? So, how do I trade? Well, one is I listen to fundamentals. I use a newsfeed. Yeah, that's a paid one. And you don't have to pay for newsfeed, folks. You can get them for free. And the other big thing is ask your broker. A lot of these brokers have that available to you and they don't push it. But yeah, check it out. So news and fundamentals are so important. I need to know what's coming out. I need to know what's scheduled to come out. And then the nice thing about my news feed is that if something comes out all of a sudden, it'll flash up and I'll know about it instantly. So that's, disasters, plane crashes, stuff like that. All right. So, however, I'm a pullback trader. I love looking at charts, right? I love looking at candlesticks. It tells a story. I like looking at price action, price structure, and price failure, support, resistance, and price levels. Right? Remember, Forex repeats itself over and over again, right? So if it goes to this one level and reacts, and it does that consistently, it's probably a good chance the next time it goes to that level, it's going to react, right? So we need to watch our price levels. So important in trading. So I take my fundamentals and I put them together with my technicals, and we come up with a trade plan. Then I enact the trade plan. And we just wait for price to come back to us so we can get into the trade. Now, there are times where price doesn't give you the pullback that you want. And that's where you have to put the human brain into work, right? You have to decide if you want to take a shot at a certain level, maybe an EMA crossover, something like that. So, that's where algorithmic trading doesn't work, because they don't know what you're thinking. And they sure can't read fundamentals. They have no idea about fundamentals, right? All right, so that's just a little bit about myself. Let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way. This is the legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other market. Traders, remember, this is a game of capital preservation. Trade to live another day. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's take a look at how the markets closed yesterday. The Dow 30 closed positive 0.10. The S&P 500 in the green at 0.20%. The NASDAQ positive 0.30%. And the small cap 2000 positive 0.66%. Let's take a look at what's gone on over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 0.94%. The FTSE 100 closed positive 0.59%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed positive 0.72%. The Euro Stoxx 50 closed positive 1.13%. Traders, let's move over to Asia. Some of these countries are not trading, but the Nikkei 225 is open, and they are currently positive 0.77%. The S&P ASX out of Australia is currently open, positive 0.08%. As the China A50 opens in about 90 minutes, and they closed yesterday positive 0.30%. The Hang Seng is also not open yet, and they closed yesterday 0.18% in the green. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is currently trading and is open, and they are positive 0.06%. All right, economic calendar is pretty slow today, folks. Really, so there's some good medium impact. I think the big one for today is going to be the German GDP quarter on quarter for Q2, and that comes out of Europe today. And that is it, folks. That is it. Like I said, I don't know, usual, we have our oil inventories as we do every week. And yeah. But there's a lot of medium impact news events. So just keep an eye on your economic calendar. New Zealand had a whole bunch of imports were down, exports were down, trade balance was in the red. Oof. Year on year and month on month. Yeah, they didn't have any good data come out of New Zealand today. Maybe that'll give that New Zealand dollar a shot, huh? Okay, so that's what's going on in the markets as far as news and markets concerned. Yeah, keep an eye on that news. Like I said, a lot of medium stuff, so could affect us. It's interesting time of year, my friends. We are in the summer of the summer of the summer. There is just trading is really a challenge to say the least, and don't feel bad if you're taking some hits. It's just we're trading in a very small market. We only have 2 weeks left, and we'll be back to full strength. And usually it's the Monday. Right after Labor Day, which is the first Monday of September this year. And yeah, that's really important that we understand what the markets are. And that is that we're in summertime and we're seeing summertime price action. So don't get frustrated. Okay? All right, let's take a look at some charts. This is the euro dollar. Euro dollar in a nice bearish move here. This was really a nice trade yesterday. I missed it at 13.50. There you go. Talk about a level, the 50s, right? The mids. That was really a spot I should have paid attention to. And this thing just came back, gave you a second shot at it again, and then just dumped off the cliff. Right to where? The 200 exponential moving average, where we're currently at. So what do I want? Yeah, I want a third shot. I want to see this come back up and give me a third opportunity to get in this. I'd like to get in at 1341. That's a nice price to get in at. I just need some space between that and the daily pivot and that 55 EMA. And by that time, if price comes back up, that 10 EMA will be underneath price, which we don't want. Right? We want that on top of price. So this will be an interesting pair. Or I'm going to tell you, traders, what's going to happen here. This can turn around and just fall off the market fall off the cliff from here. This doesn't have to give us a pullback. This can just, and then that's just something you have to look at. That it's possible that this can just do it. Maybe throw a trend line in there, possibly. Nah, trend line's not going to work. No, yeah, this is going to be interesting to watch. All right, let's take a look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar at resistance, currently at resistance, and having a challenge here at resistance. It's a lot of indecision candles, decision candles, quite a mixture we have here. So I put a trend line in there, and it's like a 5-touch trend line, so it's a valid trend line. And I'm going to see how many times this retests this. I'd really like to see this go higher and then give us that move to the downside. We're coming into a daily pivot. We're coming into a 55 EMA. So I'm thinking of maybe if we get lucky, we can get in this at 1.3170. We'll basically get out at 1.3105, somewhere in that 3110, something like that. We do have the 200 exponential moving average, but there's no price action left to the chart, so I'm really not too worried about it. All right, so pretty easy trade plan. I'm just looking to get in this earlier than what's on the chart. That's basically what I'm saying with that trend line. I'd really like to get in this. That would be great if we can get in this at, what is that, 3210? Interesting, huh? Yeah, okay. Psychological level, 3200, right? That might be why I'm having this trouble here. Okay, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie dollar made its move. Folks, this is a pair that has made the move. We need a retrace here. We need an aggressive retrace here. I don't think it's going to come back up to 76.49, folks, but it's got to get up to that 200 exponential moving average at 76.40. Okay, it's got to come back up there. It's got to give us something because we got to fight all the way down. Look at the price action left of the chart. We got EMAs to deal with, price levels to deal with. So we need to make sure we get a good one on this. Again, this is like the euro. This can turn around and just fall off the cliff here and not look back, right? So just keep an eye on this one, but I'd really like to see some sort of pullback, something, because this has really moved quite a bit and it's due. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. It has not done much. did its thing for me on Monday. I had a nice trade, and but I'll tell you what, this has not done a lot. It did the down move, and then look at that spike to 200 and took it all the way back up. Yeah, this is a good place to sell this. This is a good place to sell this. I'd love to see that 10 EMA get above price, but we need some bearish candles to do that. We need some bearish candles. Now, your decision here is, do you want to wait till you get a close below the daily pivot point and retest and then take the short? Or do you want to take the chance to take the short now? If you take the short now, you have absolutely minimum drawdown. You got like 12 pip drawdown on this trade. Either it's going to work or it's not going to work. So, this is a pretty nice trade here on this Euro Aussie. But I'm bearish. Yeah, my bias is definitely bearish on this pair. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Here's another one that was interesting to look at today. Pretty much sideways. Now it's testing the daily pivot point, but we have a 55 and a 200 sitting right there. But we have the 10 is underneath price. So this looks like a bowl of spaghetti to me, right? We don't like to see these EMAs intertwined like that. So this is just going to have to wait. We need to break out. I would like to see it to the upside, get as close to that all-in-one as possible, and then we'll short it. Probably 113.60s looks better than the 51. And I'm okay with the R1 pivot at 113.10s, 113.14. I'd get out of it by then. But yeah, but it's only a 40 pip trade, but getting in is going to be the trick. Where are we going to get in at? Okay. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar again has fallen off the cliff, my friends, and sitting here at the 200 exponential moving average. Let's get a pullback. You can see I put the Fibonacci tool on there, and let's see if we can pull this baby back to 38.2 fib, and that's at about 7,300. So 72.90 would be a nice entry, maybe. And we can continue this to the downside. The EMAs are pointed down. Everything's pointing down. See what happens here. If this breaks and cannot close above the 200 by London Open, we're going to have issues. This thing can just fall from where it's at. Okay. So pretty simple trade on that one. Traders, that wraps up our 6 charts today. Our analysis. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL, Excellence in Trading. We hope you have a great trading day, and let's go grab those moves. Folks, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Thank you, traders, and we'll talk to you in about 24 hours. Take care now.